What is up, Film Geeks? My name is Trevor, and welcome to my channel. If you're anything like me, Christmas is the best time of year. From November 1st till December 25th, it is all Christmas to me, and I love this time of year. It puts a huge smile on my face. I just love watching Christmas movies, so today I am sharing with you all the Christmas movies I watch every year, and every year I try to watch a couple new Christmas movies I have never seen before, but this video is particularly focusing on all the Christmas movies that I watch each and every year. So, this one's going to be a lot of fun. Let me know which Christmas movies you guys watch every single year. How many times are we going to say Christmas in this video? It's going to be a fun one to figure out. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Let's get jolly? Let's get jolly. Let's do that. Full disclaimer, these movies are in no particular order. First up, I watched this movie twice already this year. Elf. I absolutely love this movie. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. Will Ferrell just plays the perfect Buddy the Elf and plays this guy who comes from the North Pole, coming to New York, trying to fit in with the world, and I think it's so funny. I've loved this movie since I was a kid. I continue to laugh to this day. Oh my god! And when Miles Finch, Peter Dinklage, shows up and he comes and he's like, I didn't know you had elves working here. He literally doesn't know that he is just a little person. Like, he's just throwing burn after burn at him. I thought that was always very clever. Jon Favreau, I absolutely love this guy, and Elf is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. I wanted to start with that, just right there at the top, right freaking there. I love Elf. How can you not love Elf? Then I would say my second favorite Christmas movie ever is the Santa Claus trilogy. 3 movies for one special, because you can't watch these movies without watching the others. I love the first one. I love the second one, maybe even more than the first. And the third one, it's solid enough. Tim Allen is my favorite Santa Claus of all time, and he absolutely crushes it as Santa Claus. Scott Calvin, Santa Claus, has the same initials right there, SC and SC. But the first Santa Claus, he's kind of a guy who doesn't really care about spending a lot of time with his kid. He's kind of a sleazy salesman. He's really just not the nicest person, and then he becomes the most jolly person of all in being Santa Claus. I always loved the first one. The second Santa Claus, while the robot Santa Claus that they make, sometimes he kind of annoys me. Bring me some more cocoa. He kind of annoys me a little bit in there, but I love the love story they toss in here and how he uses his Christmas magic to make her fall in love with him and kind of make everything so romantic, and I love that. And then the third one, I Invented Chill. It's fine. It definitely loses me just a little bit, but I still love this trilogy as a whole. One of my favorite damn trilogies of all time, so I love watching these movies back to back to back. I've already watched them this year. I still gotta watch Santa Claus 3, but Santa Claus 1 and 2, you best believe I've already watched it. I've watched Santa Claus 1 like 3 freaking times. It's insane! Then we added this one to the watch list last year, and it is Miracle on 34th Street, the remake from like the 90s, maybe early 2000s, but I absolutely love this movie. While it is a little bit long, don't get me wrong, and I've talked to a lot of people about this movie, and some people say that it's a little too boring in the beginning, and I can understand where you come from. It's a little bit slow in the beginning, but like when they go to the trial and like he's actually Santa Claus and like no one believes him, man, it's kind of sad, but I just love this movie, and I had so much fun watching it last year for the first time, and it's in the rotation for this year, hence why I made its list. Miracle on 34th Street, I think I want to watch the original this year as well, because I love the remake so much. Which one do you guys prefer, the original or the remake? Let me know. Moving on to Fred Claus. Okay, let me just pause you right there, because a lot of people either haven't heard of this movie or don't think it's a good movie at all. I have seen this movie for the last decade of my life, and I will continue to watch it. Vince Vaughn, Paul Giamatti, and Vince Vaughn is like Santa Claus's brother, and Paul Giamatti is Santa Claus. A very underrated Santa Claus, by the way. I love Vince Vaughn. I love Vince Vaughn being Vince Vaughn in this movie. He goes up to the North Pole, and there's this guy there trying to shut them down, and Paul Giamatti and Santa Claus is stressing out. But I love this movie mostly because of Vince Vaughn. He's one of my favorite comedic actors of all time, and every time I watch this movie, I laugh, I have fun. While it is a little bit cheesy, and they have some CGI elves in there, it does not look the best. I still love this movie. There's a little kid in the movie. He is a dog. He names macaroni. What's not to love about that? Moving on to the first thing I ever watched on Disney Plus, Noelle. I've watched this movie once already, and I absolutely love it. And it is a lot like Elf, and it tries to fit in with the everyday crowd when they are literally like an elf from the North Pole, and it is definitely kind of similar to Elf, but Noelle, starring Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader, it just works for me. It's so good. It just makes me feel good, okay? And when you get to the end, and she is Santa Claus, and everyone's like, a girl can't be Santa Claus, and she becomes Santa Claus, and when everyone recognizes her as Santa, to this day, gets me emotional. I don't even care. I love this movie. Is the CGI absolutely terrible? Yes, it is absolutely terrible. Do I still love the hell out of this movie? Yes, I still do. Did I mention I love Vince Vaughn in Christmas movies? Because this one is for Christmas movies. One of the funniest Christmas movies you can watch ever. Is anyone doing a Christmas counter? I hope you are. But Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon, they always go out and they go travel the world on Christmas Day, so they don't have to go to 4 different Christmases and see all their different family members. They get to go and travel and have a great vacation. But when there's a huge storm and they can't, they have to go to not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Christmases and like meet each other's families. But it's a good romantic comedy Christmas movies. 2 of my favorite things, romantic comedies and Christmas movies put together with Vince Vaughn. Boom, mic drop. I freaking love it. I figured you were waiting for these 2, Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2. The rest, I don't need to watch. I love the first Home Alone. Well, second Home Alone kind of loses me a little bit, and like I guess it's like believability because like Marv literally like turns into a skeleton at one point, so it kind of loses me a little bit there. But the first Home Alone is what I love the most. And that's what I want to always go back and rewatch. And Home Alone 2, I'll toss on as well. First Home Alone, I laughed my ass off the entire time. My father-in-law literally loved this movie. I think it's like his favorite movie of all time. I've never seen the man laugh harder. So watching this movie like with my in-laws and like my fiance, like it's the best. And it makes me smile, and it's a great movie. And I think everyone loves Home Alone 1 and 2. Kevin! But what would I wear? Ooh. Oh. That's what I'm not going. The Jim Carrey's Grinch is easily one of the weirdest Christmas movies of all time. But I don't care. Heart. Double-head. Loathe entirely. I love it a lot much. I'm going to keep doing my Jim Carrey Grinch impression because I love doing it. I love doing it this time of year. Everything about this movie just works for me, and it is weird, and it's a little bit dark, and it is a little bit long, but I still love it. I love Jim Carrey as his role. Gotta toss on the peanuts on here. Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. This one is kind of sad because Charlie Brown's depressed and everything, but he finds the true meaning of Christmas. I don't absolutely love this one, but I have to watch it every year, so I made the list. Then Rudolph, like the 1960s Rudolph. If you know his lovely lady's name in this movie, let me know down below in the comment section, and maybe you'll get like a high five or a knuckle bump emoji. You'll get one of them if you know Rudolph's girlfriend's name in this movie. I love this movie. It just never give up on your dreams. Everyone said, oh, Rudolph and his nose that makes a weird whistle sound like you can't fly Santa's sleigh, but he even got a song named after him, okay? I absolutely love Rudolph. And finally, one I'm not the biggest fan of, I'm not gonna lie to you, but my fiance loves it. And we try to watch it at least once a year, if not every other year. The Polar Express. On that note, what do you guys watch every year for Christmas? How many Christmas movies do you watch? These are like 13 that I watch, and I always add more to this every year. But these 13, I watch every single freaking year. And I love it. I think there's more than 13 on here. But let me know your ranking or your list down below in the comments section. And what's your favorite thing about Christmas? Is it getting presents or is it giving presents? I'm a big giver. I love giving people gifts. And getting them is cool. But like giving is like, it's just so fun to see their reactions. Let me know all that down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Merry Christmas. Jolly St. Nick out. Max, we're after life.